Morning YouTube, welcome back to the greenhouse. It's typically murky day today, it's really rainy, it's really misty in here. The water atomizer has been going for a little bit of time now, so I have to turn that off, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see anything in here. Today is the day when we move the misting system up into the eaves of the roof. I've moved everything to the other side of the greenhouse, so all the plants are over here now on the other staging, some are on the floor. And I've cleared the staging this side, just so it's a bit easier to work. Now, one of the big issues, or one of the potential issues in winter, or certainly as the temperature drops, humidity stays relatively high, and air movement can be an issue, is mould. So whilst we've got this clear, I thought it would be a great opportunity to clean it. Just give it a bit of a wipe down. I'm going to wipe the roof down as well, some of the side walls, and clean this off basically. And what I'm going to do that is I've got some warm water with a very dilute bleach solution in it. So only, I don't know, a few mil to, I don't know, about 3 litres, 4 litres of water in here, and just a soft sponge. And I'm going to use this to wipe the windows down, get rid of some of this excess moisture, and then clean the staging off as well before we go ahead and move everything. Once this side's done, I'll then move everything else over this side and do the same that side. So I'll probably speed this bit up for the video, so you haven't got to sit through me cleaning a greenhouse. That's not very exciting. Once this side's done, then we'll have a look at unplugging all this and moving it all up the top. Definitely one of the benefits to having a gravel floor or a porous flooring in here is that water just drains away. There's geotextile underneath here and about 25 to 30 mil of decorative stone, 40 mil decorative stone, and the water just drains away. So as opposed to having a greenhouse with a concrete floor or a concrete pad where it's like the water's going to collect and then it's going to be even more humid, the water just simply can't drain away. It's one of the real benefits of having this type of flooring. In here now, I'm going to have to turn this thing off. It's like John Carpenter's The Fog in here. I keep expecting a knock at the door. That's that all switched off. That's the ceiling done, that's the worst bit. I'm not quite tall enough to get right up to the ridge. And when we come to put this up, I have the step ladders in here anyway, so we should be able to reach up there quite easily because we're going to have to mount it all the way along there anyway. Sweet, that's all that cleaned off now. Time to do some of the building. Okay, for this next bit, we're going to start by taking the misting system down from where it is at the moment. It's just held up by these little clips, which are held on by little drop head nuts and bolts which screw into the channels in the greenhouse. So I've got a little driver, I'm going to take it off with those. I've also got a spanner for some of the ones underneath. And obviously something to put it all in. This is my bag of bits for the greenhouse. So I've just got spare bolts and nuts and stuff. There's a whole pack of nuts there which are left over from when I built it in the first place. So what I'm going to do is just run around, take all this off, pop them in here so I know where they are, and then we'll get on with the next bit. system down. Now for the next thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erect my new mounted orchid wall. So what I've done is I've got some netting material and I'm going to mount it from here right the way across to here, so that I can hang my mounted orchids up on it. I need to go and grab it. I've got to get the material and I've got some washers. So back in a minute. Okay, so here's the material that I've got for the job. It's this like plastic tree guard netting. It's going to be really handy because I'm going to mount it up, and then we'll be able to find one of these mounts. We'll just take one of these mounts, that's one I've made, and just simply hang it over the top, chop and change it. I can put it wherever I want, nice and easy, on and off. So I should be able to mount that pretty quick and easy. I've got to fiddle it around some of the structure of the greenhouse. I have bought some. Not some of them now. They're around somewhere. Here they are. They're behind you. Bought some washers. So these washers will sit on some of these drop head nuts that I've got in here. Sorry about the noise. Got loads of bits left over from the greenhouse build. So some of these drop head nuts, they're the ones with the funny shapes. They slot inside the gullies like this, then they just turn, lock into place. So what I'm going to do is use, if I can get them undone, put one of the bolts in like that behind the netting like this, and just simply put a washer over the top to hold it in place. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, right, and there you have it. So there's the grill all up on there. Should enable me to hang orchid mounts off of it wherever I fancy, which is going to be great. Let's put some actual orchids on it. Ta-da! Look at that. This material's super cheap. You can get it from most garden centres. Probably about £20 for a roll of it. I got loads of it. Eventually we might end up doing the entire back wall at some point. But just for ease of use, I mean, that's just perfect. Couldn't be simpler.